あ
I don't see a lot of clay animation pieces, and I just love this one. Such a simple concept, but as I was watching, I was imagining what must have gone into making this piece, and I really appreciate all the effort it must have taken. And then on top of that, I really enjoyed the story too. I love when that fourth figure stepped back and then climbed on top of the table. The harmonies were really beautiful, and this was just a great watch. I'd love to see more pieces like this.
Wow, this was literally two minutes about, and to me had so much value in it. I really got a lot out of this. I thought it was very unique, and the story, I mean, it was so cool. Sad and cool at the same time. I felt really bad for the outsider who had no way to express vocally, but how the outsider actually rose above it, literally and figuratively. Just a really cool concept, great message, because I think, you know, it also is saying that you may be different, but that doesn't mean there's anything bad about that. It actually could be even better. I just really love this. So great job to everybody on this. And just the idea of them kind of, the other ones kind of forming themselves into the table, or you know, being combined with the table. It was so cool, like a really great idea. It was just really neat to watch. So great job.
This film is called Outsider. This is a brilliant little short. It tells the tale of someone not having a voice or fitting in, but eventually triumphing. I love the clever white claymation figures. They are so simple and yet so expressive. You can immediately sense from the facial design that the outsider looks sad and alone. I really enjoyed the sound effects of the different voices and the clanging sounds as the table spun around. The idea that three of them blended into the table surface and the outsider eventually stood up alone was so smart. I love the starkness and simplicity of this effective moving film. Great job. Outsider. Check it out.
Outsider was very interesting. For one, I love the claymation of it. But without, I guess technically sounds were made, but without saying it, it definitely was able to convey the feeling of being an outsider in a situation, looking in. I love the symbolism of for what I interpreted it as. I saw the lack of a mouth being a language barrier, being someone foreign coming in. You can't articulate as well because they don't know what you're saying, you don't know what they're saying, and it makes it harder to fit in or integrate into a new setting because you don't know, neither knows what the other is saying. Which also made it interesting how the merging into the table, the way I took that as just integrating into things, integrating into society, or more specifically things because of the table. But anyway, what I found the most interesting was the answer to all of this. He didn't have a mouth, he couldn't merge with the table, but he decided to stand above the table, which got everyone's attention, which to me showed an effort. Even though I'm different, I would still like to participate. Which standing is a bit open-ended, so it's up to us to determine whether, even though he didn't have a mouth, even though he couldn't merge into the table, were they still cool with him? Was he still allowed to hang out on Table Night Wednesdays? But this was very interesting, very thought-provoking, and I definitely enjoyed it.
This had such cool animation. I love the claymation that was going on with this piece. And the music, what they did with the a cappella, the tones were just so rich and done so beautifully. That was great. Whoever did the vocals for this. The the fourth guy, it was so funny because I kept waiting for him to maybe do some percussion on the table or something. But when he got up and he stood on the table, I thought that that was really cool too. It was kind of a surprise ending. I wasn't expecting that. Nice job.
So I thought the short film The Outsider was super interesting, and I just found it to be super artistic as well. I think the film kind of represented the title super well, and I thought it was kind of an interesting way to explore what being an outsider is. I thought just the stop motion also was super well done. I'm also just someone who totally respects stop motion because I know how hard and time consuming it is, so it was really impressive to see you guys pull this off. And I just think even though the characters were they all look the same, I think you did a really great job of capturing and depicting their expressions and emotions, which I think is kind of often hard to do. So congratulations, I thought it was super well done.
This has the perfect music, and this message that they try to portray is so profound, and probably this is the only medium direct enough to convey it. There are no words spoken. The progression of events is just very interesting. You don't need any words to understand what's happening, and then at the end, I think it's a twist that I didn't expect, and it is also a twist of life and how people group or form groups and communities, and who the leader becomes. It was just very profound. I don't know if that was at all the intention of the message, but that's what I got, and I really enjoyed it.